Hey, what's up guys? It's Brittany Wynn, and today I'm going to show you ladies how to change the oil on your bike. If some of the steps seem like you already know them, I'm just going to go through everything to cover all the bases. First things first, we're going to put the bike on the stand. So usually it's easier if you have two people, you have someone to stand up the bike, but if you're like me and you don't, you can do it by yourself. What I do is I grab the tail and I'll lift it by the tail. So you line it up with the spools. There we go. Now we're gonna go over everything you need. So we don't want to mess up these nice nails. So we're definitely gonna wear gloves. We need an oil pan to drain the oil into, obviously. And I got 4 of these. These are the Racing 4, I don't know if you can see it, the Racing 4T Mobile 1. That's the brand I use. My bike takes about like 3.5 of these. Check each bike to what you need. It's not like universal. We'll need this as well, a funnel. I usually use K&N filters, but at Cycle Gear they were out, so I have to use this Moto Pro one. I use the 303 because I have an 05 636 and a 17mm wrench. Definitely need that, but that's pretty much it. So unfortunately with my bike, I have to take off the whole bottom fairing to change the oil. There's nothing underneath, like a hole or something I can get to. Every bike's different though, but my bike, it sucks. So we're gonna take off that. So the reason we need this 17mm, there's a part under here that we're gonna unscrew that's gonna release the oil. That and the oil filter, that's where all the oil is going to come from. I think it's really important for females to learn how to do basic maintenance on it. Cleaning and lubing your chain, changing the oil on it. Things that are really simple, but that really show that you're gonna care for your bike if you're gonna own one. While we're waiting, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself and my riding history. I actually started riding 3 years ago. I started out on an R3 and I went up from there, and now I have this 636. I think this is like my 6th bike. I haven't wrecked all 5 others, but I've sold them and, you know.
Cast me far away, play these little games.
It's about done now. We're gonna take out the old oil filter now, which is on the other side of the bike. So this is where the oil filter is. I have a K&N filter on it. You can use a 17mm on it to get it off. Before we put this new oil filter on, we're gonna make sure that we lube it with the old oil inside it. Never wanna take it out of the box and then just put it straight on the bike. You wanna lube it to put it in. We're gonna screw back in what we unscrewed. So the oil filter is right here. So when we take out the oil filter, a lot of oil is gonna come out. And we're gonna use the same 17mm.
Acting all okay, today. Cast me far away.
We're gonna go on the other side and open the clutch cover. And this is what I meant by the clutch cover. And that is where we're gonna put the oil back in.
Play these little games, acting all okay, today.
So while I let my bike run, I'm going to pour the old oil into these so I can dispose of them easily. Now that we're done changing the oil and everything, we're gonna let the bike run just to let it settle, and then we'll read the gauge on the side to see where the oil level's at. Now that I've ran my bike a little bit for a couple minutes, this is the gauge where you can check how much oil is on your bike and the oil capacity, whatever. You can read it right there. But mine's a little bit high, but it's supposed to be between these 2 marks, like halfway or somewhere in between. Now we're done. That's how you change the oil on your bike. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to click like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. It's @BrittanyWynn. Bye guys.